Have you ever noticed that the people who succeed at work aren't always the most talented, but the most consistent? A lot of people assume success at work comes from being the fastest, the smartest, or the most experienced. But over time, I realized that what really makes a difference is consistency and habits. The small things people do every day often matters more than natural talent. Most people want to do well at work, but what separates average performance from great performance usually isn't skill, it's discipline, habits, and how you handle simple responsibilities. So, when you break it down, success really comes from a few basic tools that anyone can improve with just some practice. So, today I'm going to show three simple tools that can make anyone more successful at work for me, at least in my standpoint, which are time management, professionalism, and communication. To help explain these ideas, I'll use three objects: a phone, a phone, a timer for time management, a name tag or uniform for professionalism, and a notebook or pen for communication, which is something that I truly don't really use, but it's something that I pretty much just write it down in my notes app. So it's my notebook, I would say. So first, I do want to talk about time management, which is represented by a phone or a timer. Time management is one of the most important skills you can have in a work environment. A timer or phone represents this because it reminds us that everything we do is tied to time. At work, especially in a fast-paced environment, staying on track is very important. When you manage your time well, you're able to complete tasks without rushing at the last second. It also helps reduce stress because you're not consistently behind or trying to catch up. Instead, you're working with the plan and staying focused on it. Time management also improves productivity. And when you know how to pace yourself, you can get most done without feeling overwhelmed. But when time is not managed properly, small mistakes just happens, and everything feels rushed. This is a simple tool represents something very important: control over your time and performance. Next, I want to talk about professionalism, which is represented by a name tag or uniform item, which I have right here. This is my uniform. That's my name tag right there. If you can't see it, boom. Professionalism is about how you present yourself at work. It's not just about what you wear or how you act or how you speak or how seriously you take your role. A name tag or uniform represents this because it shows that you're a part of something bigger than yourself. When you show professionalism, people begin to trust you more. Co-workers and leaders see that you take your job seriously, and that builds respect over and over time. Even small things like how you carry yourself or how you communicate can change how others view you. Professionalism also shows discipline. It means you're willing to follow standards and do things the right way. Even when nobody is watching, in the long run, this is what helps people stand out in my workplace. Lastly, I want to talk about communication, which is represented by a notebook or pen. But in my case, since I don't really use those anymore, I'm gonna just show you an app that I use, which is called Slack. It's pretty much a notebook and just paste it and communicating with others. So, for example, I'll show you uh, a channel where we pretty much show how to help others and how to coach them. So, right here is something that we do. This is what we do in order to coach others and help others and make them to not let them make the smallest mistakes or the mistakes and stop letting them repeat it and helping them out in a great beneficial way. So communication is what keeps everything connected. So the app that I showed you, or what I showed you on my phone, represents this because it shows the importance of writing things down, remembering things, and staying organized so we can help others. Good communication helps prevent mistakes. When people clearly understand what they need to do, everything runs more smoothly. But when communication is unclear, confusion happens and tasks get done incorrectly or not at all. It also helps with teamwork. So when you communicate well, you're able to work better with others, ask questions when needed, and learn faster. Writing things down or paying attention to details makes a big difference in performance or growth at work. Communication is one of the fastest ways to improve because it connects everyone together and keeps things moving in the right direction. So, in conclusion, I explain how three simple tools can help improve an impressive success work rate at your job. So these tools were time management, represented by a phone or a timer, professionalism, represented by a name tag or uniform item, and communication, which was represented by uh, a notes app or the app that I showed you and what we use. So success at work is not about being perfect. It's about building consistent habits that helps you improve every day. When you focus on small things like managing your time, staying professionalism, staying professional and communicating clearly, you start to see big movements and improvements over time. So at the end of the day, success isn't about doing everything perfectly once. It's about doing the right things consistently. Thank you.